ASL Season 2, Challenger League Round of 16.
Already we see the mind games coming out from Aldaris saying, good luck, have Batman.
Exactly.
And
then Cyndinora with like the standard reply, Aldaris having none of it. Oh, and there's a heart.
ooh.
There's a heart.
Oh, but it's all a distraction because we're going to see a 10 pool.
Now someone's trying to talk to me.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I like the beard. That is a manly, sexy beard.
I could probably trim it. Actually, it's reasonably trimmed. I had a job interview this morning, so it should look fine. If it can't look better than this, so if it's horrible, then no problem. Yeah, these people. So up here in the top right-hand corner of the map, we do have from the always promoting Alloy E esports team. It is our pink Protoss player. His name is
Aldaris.
Exactly. But then the actual voice does it. You'll see. Look at the thing later, and then his name will come up on the deal.
I got excited.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It happens. It happens. We always have premature Aldarisation. So you try this one. You'll see. Who's this lady?
Why? In the bottom left, we have the Zerg player from clan CBF. It is
Cyndinora.
All right. So we also have this thing I don't think I told you about. We've got something called caster dollars.
Okay.
Which is just fake money, but people can like redeem it for stuff at the end of the season. So we make bets with the people in the chat, and then they can bet amongst each other, and then someone's keeping track of caster dollars. This fellow named VT Archer. Anyway, we got Lings coming in. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, I was just going to say, there's the game going on.
Yeah, so Lings are coming in here. The Zealot is a little out of place, but he will get there shortly. The Cybercore is about halfway, a little more than halfway done. Oh, Zealot actually could have got trapped there.
Yeah,
could have got trapped there pretty bad, but did not.
So far, Aldaris is holding this off just fine. Only hasn't even lost a.
She let the Zealot live.
One hit away.
Yeah, that's going to end up costing a whole lot.
2 probes though, and speed is about to finish up, and that's going to make this really hard to hold off. No mothership core on the way.
Yeah.
Is croning out a 3rd Zealot, but needs to protect those probes.
So there is speed finished. But yeah, you can see already this Zealot that could have died. That would have made a huge difference. It does get these around here, and we'll finish those ones off. But there's not as many links left. More are coming though.
Yeah, and
another group of 6.
And does have that queen out, so she can be building a lot of lings at a time now. And if she picks off this last Zealot, that's going to make it really hard to hold off.
Yeah. In overall worker count, though, she's actually only got 10 drones. There goes that Zealot, and it will be a little while before the other one comes out. And for whatever reason, he is not making a mothership core.
I think he's just a little bit flustered having to deal with an early push, and it seems like this was a good decision from our Zerg player, picking off yet more probes.
Yeah. Oh, I think there comes the mothership core now, but he's almost got enough she's almost got enough just to go after the Nexus, and either force these probes to come out and stop it, or just let them all die.
And Aldaris is down to just 9 probes, and
I feel this could just be a Nexus target, but
I think she just has too much. It doesn't really matter what she does at this point. Just A moving is fine.
Yeah, the mothership, of course.
No probes left.
Yeah, and you need those. They're good.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right.
Like back in Brood War, Idra, Noni versus Idra, man. You can win a game with a probe.
Yeah.
But having 0 probes makes it really hard to win.
It is
even unpowering the gateway.
Oh, that's pretty brutal. And just before Warp Gate was finished as well.
Yeah.
Not that there was even really any money here. Aldaris unfortunately does go down in game 1.
Sigh.
Yeah, dropping the sigh.
And is he going to get the
Be
Nexus?
nervous.
He even gets the Nexus. Literally.
Yeah.
Dropping the manor literally.
Alrighty, so we are here on Frost, Full Ladder Edition, and joining our lovely players in their festive hats. We have down here on the bottom right-hand side of the map from Clan CBF, Carbot Fanimations. It is our Zerg player.
Cyndinora.
And mirroring over in the bottom left, we have from the team Alloy Esports, it is...
Aldaris.
And we do see a drone scout right off the bat coming down in the right direction from the Zerg player.
Yeah, and that we'll discover things quickly. There's 2 probes on their way out, so is he going to just double scout? I think so.
That's what it's looking like. I think he might be a little bit scared about...
Yeah, I guess that would put you off in the first game. Oh, did he trap this probe?
Ooh, I think he did.
That hurts, especially with the double probe scout. That's 3 probes immediately just out of commission. So that's pretty... That ain't the plan. But he'll live, at least for now.
Yeah, and we are seeing Cyndinora going for a 15 pool. A little bit more safer against Forge Expand, but just falling back to standard play after that 10 pool.
Yeah, pretty much. You don't totally want to push it, particularly on a 4-player map, even though you did send out the drone scout. You might get unlucky and have to go cross or something.
Exactly.
But the hatchery will come down here. And Massa did that series, by the way.
I saw that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Nerf Terran.
I know.
And we do see a rebellion coming out from the probe, soon to be joined by this zealot, killing off this pylon.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I didn't. It took me a sec to see the probe attacking, because then I noticed like, oh, the zealot is also rallying into.
Yeah, rallying.
He'd be trapped on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is actually going to unpower the gateway.
Yeah, it is.
Even that pylon is not going to power.
But this one will be.
Okay.
This one will be at range.
Still going to lose a bit of time on that.
Yeah.
But not building anything, so it's not a huge deal.
And in those cases, even though it feels rough to do, you probably are economically better off doing that. Because that one probe throughout the course of a 20-minute game is going to get you way more than the cost of that pylon. It hurts, but...
Yeah, it only takes you 2.5 minutes to get back, because it's about 40 minerals a minute.
Yeah.
As long as you're not over 16 workers on that base.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
If you're close, it's even more than 40 minerals, I think.
Yeah, if you get the close patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do see an expansion coming out from Aldaris. And that's
Stargate.
Ooh.
Stargate.
Oracles, maybe?
Could be double Stargates. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Void Race. Double Phoenix.
I actually played a player on the ladder from Europe today. I played him twice. Nomi. He really likes to go double Stargate Oracles.
Oh, yeah?
And they're actually really good against Hydralisks. Fun fact.
Yeah, Hydras are pretty squishy.
Yeah, they do 25 damage versus light units per tick, and they shoot faster than a Void Ray, I think. So, not necessarily until you get up to bigger numbers of Hydras versus bigger numbers of Oracles. It's not the necessary counter, but the more normal thing is usually go for double Void Ray production.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Cyndinora did get in and actually spot this. Or at least, let me see, she saw both.
She saw the one.
She saw one and didn't see the second. So
that's still gonna help her out. She goes for the quick layer, and that's a good decision, as well as Spore Crawlers.
Yeah, and these Stargates aren't actually building yet.
Yeah, so far they're a fake out.
Yeah. It's expensive. Yeah, it's kind of an expensive fake out. but he does have the money to start out of them. So I'm not sure what he is planning on. Okay, there's the double oracle. Yep.
Oh, just kidding.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Redo.
The double oracle, double cancel build. I love this build.
That's a pretty good build.
This is one of my 2v2 builds.
It's the ultimate mind games.
Yeah.
The double. So we've got the 1 gate double Stargate into 4 gate. No builds.
This is.
I don't know what this is.
This is the ultimate mind game right here.
Yeah, I don't know whether something made him absolutely change his mind, because these have been up for well over a minute.
Yep.
And
still going for the +1 air weapons.
And he keeps re-rallying them to a different spot, but there's
so he's aware of them. Yeah,
he's aware that he's got them.
I think he's mind gaming us at this point.
Oh, totally. Well, he's just setting things up so that he can get close to winning the game later and drop the Dark Shrine.
That's what I was actually just about to say. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. That's what he needs to do.
Aldaris is going for a fleet beacon actually.
Okay. Carrier rush.
I think it might be.
I guess it has to be.
Yeah.
That's a Tempest rush, maybe, but carriers make a little more sense.
Carriers are actually insanely good against Hydralisks, which is what the player is going for.
That is true. They do kind of need those numbers, but there's definitely that critical mass where, like, if you've got 1, they could just dance up to you and pick it off. Once you've got, like, I don't know, 4 or something, they can't get near them.
Exactly. And the thing is, Aldaris is going for the really fast +1 air weapons, which I don't know if any of you know this, but carriers, they attack really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
So if you're fighting units that don't have Carapace, which Aldaris, or Cyndinora, wow, I'm terrible, is getting that, but it's going to be about a tier behind if Aldaris keeps these upgrades up.
Yeah.
And looks like he's doing that.
Yeah, definitely. He's even adding on that 3rd Stargate there as he begins to double pump out the carriers themselves. And yeah, you're right. The weapons are so effective on interceptors because they're like little flying marines that their weapon damage is kind of so low to begin with that you get +3 and you've improved them by like 50%.
Exactly.
It's a whole lot.
I think carriers benefit the 3rd most in the game from upgrades.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Lings, Marines, and carriers. Yeah. I think.
That makes sense.
But yeah, this in terms of percentages.
Yeah.
We are gonna see a triple Stargates though. Now on the other side of the map, we actually see really nice creep spread coming out of the Zerg player.
Yeah, she has been
up all the bases.
good at this. That's one thing I noticed in the last round. She's gotten this very quickly across the map, and it does provide a lot of awareness.
Even dropping the creep at both potential 3rd bases.
Yeah,
this is really nice play. This is stuff that I don't even do, and I should.
Yeah,
I should do this.
It is nice. It's annoying for the opponent to deal with. Like, you can kind of see. I get the feeling that this probe that's patrolling over there wanted to put a base down because, of course, this is very expensive for Aldaris to be doing. 3 triple carrier with upgrades, with everything like that. It's super expensive to do.
The one thing I will say is that probe could be living out the fantasy scene from the movie Barbed Wire.
Yeah.
Only with creep.
Which I'm sure that everyone's seen.
Yeah. It's very standard.
Yeah, so Stalkers are clearing out this Overlord. If she's observant, she'll see that there's no upgrades on the Stalkers. Which
would be really good to see, yeah.
Yeah, it would kind of tip you off to the idea that something's going horribly wrong somewhere. Yeah. Either he's just forgotten or it's gone somewhere else. And given what she's been able to see of his army, his base, everything like that, money's got to be somewhere diverted into something. And she saw the 1 Stargate earlier. Doesn't know, obviously, that it's 4 now. But
yeah, no idea.
Yeah. And really has to kind of poke in and see what's going on before this gets out of control.
I think Cyndinora Cyndinora, god damn it, is already in a bit of trouble because 5 carriers, all of them have a full set of interceptors. This is going to be really tough to deal with. Now she is going for that +2 carapace, which is going to help a lot against the carrier DPS, but Aldaris is already almost more than halfway done, +3 air weapons.
Yeah, she will poke in here at the front and maybe go after some of these buildings, and these are going to have to at least be revealed.
And I don't want to see her fight here. I don't think she has.
No, it's a horrible place to fight.
Ooh, but she's going to take this engagement, and
and unfortunately not even target firing, so the Hydras are just going nuts on the interceptors, and they're just all going to do that with virtually no damage done.
Oh, doesn't even manage to kill 1 carrier. Picks off 4 interceptors, I think, maybe 3.
Just not. Yeah, you just can't fight that. One of the only things that can actually pick off interceptors in any efficient way is like stim marines or something, but nothing else does the DPS where they kill it. They just, one of them runs in range and then runs out, and runs in range and runs out, and you keep changing targets and never get anywhere.
You can pick off interceptors if there's like 4 carriers, maybe 5. If you just hold position the Hydras like really far back,
then they'll just start
interceptors
shooting.
Exactly. So the interceptors have to come pretty far out to get their shots.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we didn't see the Zerg player going for that. We saw attacking versus a bit of the Protoss ground army, and also fighting against the Photon Overcharge, just making it a really difficult fight. And now we might see the death push. Now I'm a little bit worried because there's not even a Twilight Council on the field yet, and you can't start a DT shrine without a Twilight Council.
It's very true. It's very true, and that is the utmost concern at this point.
For me, it is.
Yeah, the carriers are coming in here. The Hydras are going to try and get some sort of range on them, but it's hard for them. Once again, it's just really hard for them to approach. You'd think they'd be good against air, but they aren't. They're just really bad. And then the way that they have to come in single file, but he actually catches a lot of. She catches a lot of these while it is focus firing down a building.
And
they'll get 2 carriers for it, and a few more interceptors.
Possibly a 3rd carrier. No, they're going to escape to the low ground.
Yeah.
If she'd held position there a little bit, she could have picked off some more interceptors, but not a huge deal. She stays alive, and that's really important.
That is important, and on this map as well, she's also taking these 2 high bases. The one thing to really exploit here is the complete lack of mobility of these carriers. That they're just
Endersword, do you see what you see?
Is it there? Is it coming?
It's a Twilight Council.
Twilight. Oh, we're gonna get there.
And we're seeing 4 Void Ray production.
Yeah, and she's also putting down the infestation pit, and the Void Rays is interesting because
they're very good. They are strong.
They're good. Well, they're good if
there was
if she tried to switch. Yeah, exactly. If she tried to switch to Corruptors, which can target down these, then they absolutely decimate Corruptors. But it doesn't look like she's doing that. So, and they're not good against. Well, it's not that they're not good against Hydras, it's that they don't get their bonus against Hydras anyway. So it kind of doesn't matter.
Aldaris kind of dropping the ball on me a little bit, going for Charge and Templar Archives, but no Dark Shrine.
No Dark Shrine.
And I've really got to fault him in his play for this.
Just because.
Just because
that's not what I wanted.
That's not exactly what I wanted.
So these Hydras coming in here now, and I'm kind of like, where are the rest of them? There could be more probably at this point. That carrier count is no longer out of control. Like there's 3 of them, but there's just enough other stuff with the army at this point that it's hard to approach.
Exactly, and with Void Rays joining up 4 at a time, it's really difficult to deal with this.
And unfortunately, the rally point too for these Hydras was sitting under the range of carriers. So a bunch of them get killed before they actually made an appearance, and that's going to happen again.
It's really tricky to deal with an army that's in between your bases as Zerg. I can tell you from personal experience, it's not fun.
Yeah, and she is trying to go after. There's the one very damaged carrier, but unfortunately approaching that 1 or 2 Hydras at a time is a lost cause.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I'm keeping an eye.
Ling's not the best either. And it's really the gas here that's not established. These two bases that were taken higher on the map don't have gas geysers taken. So she just plain can't produce hydras really in any significant number at this point. And I think Aldaris is just kind of on a slow march to death for it.
I think so too. It's not looking good for our Zerg player.
No.
I think the Protoss just has too much stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was opportunities there, but
I think so.
Yeah.
I think she might have had the economy for a corruptor switch.
Yeah. Either a corruptor switch or had the first round of hydras that attack this natural not been just tossed, then she would have had more like 30 something when the army came across, and that could have killed him. So Aldaris does take this one. So we are
up here in the top left, we see from the clan CBF Carbot Funimation. It is. I hope you.
Cyndinora.
I disappeared for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
I assumed as much.
Yeah, it happens during the moment of silence. Did you say who the people are?
I said who the top left person was.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'll say who the bottom right person is. He's in pink. Yeah, he's in pink and he's wearing festive hats. And he's on Team Alloy E, who I play for in the Chobo Team League, which is fun. And he is the Protoss.
Very cool.
With that.
Aldaris.
Yeah. So there's already a drone being annoying and stealing units.
Ooh, and you see the hatch block as well.
Yeah.
From Aldaris. Even though the double drone pull got happening.
Yeah. And they're just going to chill out. She's going to take the third base position.
And will Aldaris let this cancel? Oh, gonna let it finish. And that's just fine for the Zerg player. She is totally confident to just let that finish and kill it later.
Yeah. And whoops, maybe he didn't mean to let it finish.
I think he meant to cancel it.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Because he actually hasn't started a cybernetics core either. There it is, at the ramp. But that was a fair bit late, and it may be because of mineral usage.
Yeah. And we do see Cyndinora actually going for the in-base hatchery. I didn't know.
Yeah, she had actually planted the one at the third and then just canceled that. I'm not sure why. She did do that.
I think she's uncomfortable with going up to a fast third base. Maybe doesn't feel comfortable holding it. Mm-hmm. So instead going to just take a macro hatch in the main and starts production on 2 sets of lings. But natural is going to be really delayed.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it didn't, because the queen was basically almost done by the time these lings actually started, so they could have been quicker in ripping that pylon down.
Exactly.
And even now, they're not going right towards it, but they will move out now and presumably go for it, and she's not even. She's just going across the map, so yeah, I'm not sure what the reasoning there is. Usually that's the thing you want to kill immediately.
Exactly.
Especially given that it would supply block your opponent.
Exactly.
Right.
The problem with this right now is he knows that she doesn't have a natural.
Mm-hmm.
And he even scouted the third base, so...
Yeah, so I'm not sure what she is thinking here. Like, particularly where she's got the Overlord in place and knows that he doesn't have a natural either.
Exactly.
Really nice here. Catch it, but no, she's just going to run by. There was an opportunity to just kill it. But,
there was. Yeah. And I think that might have actually been a game-ending move.
Yeah, that could have been a game-ending kill for sure. But unfortunately not. Does sneak in, at least sees what's going on. And hopefully she noticed the Twilight Council hiding between these 2 gateways.
Is this going to be... Did I call the...
I hope so. Yeah.
Ridiculous thing on the wrong game?
Yeah. Once again, could have had lings in to kind of surround this, but it does get driven away by a Mothership Core and Stalker. Speed is almost finished, but it's not there yet, so really not going to do much maneuvering these. She's got a lot of lings on the way. The big problem with this is everything leaving the base is just going to get seen by the pylon. Like he's perfectly aware of all of it.
Yeah, and as long as he keeps zealots on hold position.
No.
Oh wow.
Hold position hard.
Did not. Oh, and a time warp instead of.
Yeah, that's.
I think this is.
It's in a good spot, but that's way worse than the overcharge.
Yeah, this is a photon overcharge is exactly what you need, and I'm pretty sure only one pylon is powering those 2 gateways.
Yeah.
And she does need to go directly in to try and do damage though, because.
Yeah.
Wow, I think this might actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she's exactly doing. Like, she's got a lot of things targeting this one gateway down. Maybe to eliminate it so that there's no wall for reinforcements or something. But I don't know that that's the priority.
She could just go after probes while they're trying to build them.
Exactly. I don't think that's the priority move. And then abandoning it. The Dark Shrine is trying to go up.
It's really close to finishing, and I think it's going to.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Now, she definitely had a chance to win this game, but oh wow, getting in before the rewall.
Yeah.
But with DTs coming in,
well, if she can at least force the warp in at home, which is exactly what's happening here. The real thing that's going to come into play is, hey, where's there a frosty pylon in your natural that you never killed?
And there was.
Nice.
Oh, but now
everything's depowered, and there's only the one DT on the map.
Yeah.
So that's not
now her target firing is not.
No.
She's not targeting the important stuff.
No.
Still, preventing these things from repowering is really good, and it's going to buy her time to get the Spore Crawler up in her main. But her drone count is.
It does buy time, but this friggin' pylon has to die in the natural. That's the largest threat in this game is that pylon. If you eliminate that pylon, it takes like a full minute for these to walk across. If that pylon is there, then he could do a 3DT overwhelm and just kill the Spore Crawler. Trust me, I do it all the damn time. 3 DTs will obliterate a Spore Crawler before you can do anything about it.
And Photon Overcharge coming down, gonna clear up these lings. And I don't think they're going to get anything more done.
No, not this time around, but at least it has kept these 4 DTs in base the entire time. I don't think you needed that many either. I think definitely one of these should have been across the map at this point, even though there is only one Spore there. And now he will go on the aggressive.
And one thing to consider is even if he just keeps these as DTs, and even if they were just revealed, they do so much damage. They'll one-shot a Zergling.
Yeah, that's it. There's just pure DPS here. This is just units that are brutal against what his opponent has.
Exactly.
And not to mention the fact that these can become Archons at any point. So, and I don't know what she's thinking at this point to continue to send lings.
Yeah, this
was over. Sending ling time was over 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But that is, she's going up to lair tech now, insisting on being on this one base. Which I just don't understand. But like in rallying these past and not killing this pylon, I just don't. Like, that has to be done.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. Like, she knows it's there.
And see, there comes the first warp into the pylon, which had that happened a while ago,
could have ended the game. Yeah,
game ending immediately. And now even it's still like, okay, these are going to go after.
I think they're going to kill all 3 roaches.
Yeah.
And just alone, that DT will already have paid for itself.
Yeah.
And warping in 2 more, a Zealot and another DT.
Yeah, and then here comes the rest of the force, which is now 8 DT.
The 8 DT hit squad,
Yeah, and there's no, like, what's here to stop any of this? Nothing. So here comes the Archon Morph, and Aldaris is going to just take this. And it's sad because it's just, I don't know, negligence. But, like, just letting that be alive for that long is unfortunate. And this is how quick static defense dies to 3 Archons.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
Oh, this makes me so much more sad to see all the drones die this way.
Yeah. So that is it. So unfortunate there. So we've got a 2-1 series.